Assalamualaikum students. Welcome to Pakistan School Muscat e-learning. And we are learning from our book Amazing Science Grade 4 and I'm your teacher Miss Nida Irtaza. Welcome to the science class students. This is the continuation of unit number 8 sound. Today's we'll read the book pages 69, 70 and 72. So students, today's goal, first of all, we'll discuss about how sound travels. Then we'll discuss about kinds of sounds. After that, we'll discuss the reflection of sound in which we learn about echo detection, echolocation, and now noise pollution as well. Today's notebook work is question number 1, part D, E, and F. And today we'll do some book work as well related to the lesson. After that, and also we will watch one video related to the activity number 1. So let's get started, students. So students, last time we learned about the chapter The Earth. Do you know that what is the moon? Yes, you are right. The moon is the Earth's natural satellite. Very good. So students, now we comes to, can you see the picture? Do you know that there is a lot of bombardment, explosions that take place on the sun, but we cannot hear it. Do you know that? We cannot hear any voice from the sun, right? We can see only the light, right? So students, sound travels at different speeds through different materials. Sound cannot travel through space because there is no air. This is why we cannot hear the sound of explosions that take place on the earth. That take place on the sun. Yes, we cannot hear on earth that explosion due to there is no air in the space. Earth is covered with the blanket of atmosphere. You know that, na? In unit number 13, the earth, we learn about that the earth is covered with a blanket of air, not the space. Space doesn't have any air. There is no gravitation over there. So the particles cannot travel in a proper direction. Sound needs travel. Sound can be travel better in solids and liquid than through gases. Okay, sound travels better where? In solid objects or in liquid as well. Sound waves can travel through doors and walls as well. You can hear the ticking of a clock if you hold it between your teeth, isn't it? don't 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 do it very hardly, students. Okay. Okay. So you can also hear sounds in the water when you are swimming underwater. If sounds are being made in a room, okay, the vibrations in the air make the walls and doors vibrate, isn't it? You can check. If you hold an empty glass against the wall or door nearest to the source of the sound and press your ear against the bottom of the glass, the sound will be much clearer. Okay, so that is the way that the sounds are traveling. And now you know that why we cannot hear the sound of explosions take place on the sun, because students, sound cannot travel through space because there is no air. That is why we cannot hear the sound of the explosions that take place on the sun. Now students, we comes to kinds of sounds. Students, If we like a sound, we call it musical, right? And sounds which we found unpleasant are called noise. Musical sounds and noise are made by a number of different vibrations reaching our ears at the same times. For example, when you mix all the high and low voices with both soft and loud tones and it mix in just the right way, then definitely it is a good it is good in listening. Do you want to hear something? And want to hear this? And this better than before, right? So it means that it mixed properly, okay? It mixed in just the right way, then definitely it's a good in listening. Okay, students. Now we comes to reflection of sound. Okay. Students, vibrations can bounce back if they strike a smooth, hard surface. Sound waves bounce off hard surfaces such as walls, floors, and ceilings. As you can see that sound waves bounce back by hitting confined place or high cliff. We hear the sound again. This is due to reflection. Students, when sound waves hit a barrier such as a cliff or inside any well, so they bounce back and we hear the sound again. This reflected sound is called an echo. If a covered space such as a tunnel, the echoes are very loud because the reflected sound cannot escape. Now we comes to echo detection, students. Echoes can be used to detect shoals of fish, submarines, or wrecked ships on the seabed. Sound waves are sent down in the sea from an instrument on a ship called a echo sounder. The time taken for the echo to bounce back to the ship can be used to work out the position and the shape of the objects beneath the ship. Maps of the seabed can also be made in the same way. Echolocation. Students, bats make very high squeaking sounds and use their ears to pick up the echoes from objects around them. This is called echolocation. It helps bats to find their way in the dark and to catch food such as flying insects. Noise pollution. Students, noise is any sound that is unpleasant. It is any sound that we do not like. Noise is produced by jet airlines, mowing machines for cutting grass, rushing motorcycles, scooters, and of course the honking of horns on busy roads. Loud music can also be very disturbing if the volume is turned up for hours. Very loud noise can damage the ears, cause sleeplessness, and in older people can lead to deafness. Astaghfirullah. Oh my god, too much noise. So students, what measures to reduce or control noise pollution? That is important. Okay, so how can we control over it? The first main thing, that do not shout. Do not slam doors. Do not blow car horns. Keep the volume low when listening to music. Turn off the television and radio when not listening. Furnish your house with carpets, rugs, mats, and curtains. Fit mufflers on the silencer of the motorcycle, scooters, rickshaws, and cars. Plant trees and bushes around your house and avoid the use of loudspeakers. So, students, I hope that you enjoy learning. Now we are comes to the today's plan. Continue of unit question number one. We will do part D, and part D is about can sound travel through space and why it cannot be traveled. No, students, sound cannot travel through space because there is no air in the space. How are musical sounds and noise produced? Students, musical and noisy sounds are made by a number of different vibrations reaching our ears at the same time. Part F. What is an echo and how is it produced? When sound waves hit a barrier such as a cliff, they bounce back. We hear the sound again. This reflected sound is called an echo. How are echoes used by scientists? Students, echoes are used by the scientists to find the depth of the ocean, shoals of fish, submarines and wrecked ships, and to make maps of the seabed. This work is for the notebook. Everyone should complete this work. Okay, now we comes to the today's book work, students. Book work is about question number 2, which is on your book page number 72. Write the names of two things which make a loud sound. You can write any which you think that it's allowed. I am giving you some examples like loud sound can be produced from drum and horn. Soft sound, ticking of a clock and rain. Musical sound from violin and piano. Noise from jet engine or firecracker. You have a choice. You can write any other also, students. So that will be all for today, students. Have a very nice and blessed day. Don't forget to wash your hands after using the gadgets. Allah Hafiz to everyone.